The Haslab Galactus that I put money on last year is finally here, and to get a good idea how big this guy is going to be, or the box at least, there's my foot. There's my foot right there. Let's get this guy out of the shipping box. Come on. I present to you the birth of Galactus. There he is. Oh, it's a beautiful baby boy. Oh my god, this thing is so friggin' massive. Alright, let's put it upright if possible. Could barely fit into the frame of the camera, but there it is, Galactus. This is what all sides of the box look like. There's the top, which is upside down for you guys, but there it is, Galactus. Oh. Alright, so here's my other Galactus that I've owned all these years. Never opened it up. I think this is like around 19 inches tall. There you go. This one has like lights and sounds and stuff. It's really cool.
Who is so ignorant as to confront Galactus? You will witness the end, for I am power incarnate.
And he also has a Silver Surfer figure, which is funny because this bigger one now, I mean, look at the size difference. This bigger one also comes with a Silver Surfer character and two other Heralds of Galactus there. I also have the original Build-A-Figure from the good old Toy Biz days, which I also never opened because I decided to hang all of my old Marvel Legends on my wall. Never did open them. This guy though, I'm definitely going to open. This sweet, sweet Galactus here. Alright, so I cut the tape along the top, and this is what you're presented with. All this lovely foam, plastic in there, and instructions. Oh, for batteries to put inside Galactus for his light up feature, because I believe he has a light up helmet, but no sounds, just lights. And that goes in the base of the neck, or no, the back. Wait a minute, does it take 4? It takes 4 AAA batteries. Interesting. I happen to have AAA batteries. I'll figure this out. Let's get Galactus out. Alright, so glad I bought this adapter for my camera. Definitely a worthy investment. So, alright, I know the main thing everybody wants to see is Galactus, so I probably will not waste too much time on Silver Surfer, Frankie Ray, and Morg here. I mean, I will show them off real quick, but I won't give like a full rundown review of each figure. Maybe on my second channel, my toy channel, Toys of Primus. But yeah, as you can see, it comes with all 3 Heralds. Morg comes with a battle axe right there. Frankie Ray comes with some flame effects and extra pair of hands, which is nice. Silver Surfer also comes with extra pair of hands, some cosmic blast effects, and additional effects for the base, for the surfboard there. All right. As for Galactus himself, of course, he comes with the extensions for his helmet. Those have to be attached. There's the extra Doctor Doom head, which a lot of people were not too pleased about, but it's something that happened in one of the comics that I have not read, but it's a thing that exists. There's the swappable faceplates, so you can have a angry Galactus or a cool-looking zombified Galactus, where he has like sort of like a skull face there. And there he is, Galactus himself. This guy has some thick thighs. He has some thick ass thighs. Jesus, what the hell did I purchase? As I was going over the instructions for the batteries installation, it said there's like 2 different buttons. One button is on the ultimate nullifier, no, on his chest, and the other button is on the back of the helmet. I don't know why there's 2 buttons. Maybe his chest and his helmet lights up. I was under the impression that only his helmet and his eyes light up. I don't know why there's 2 buttons, but that's why I'm doing this video, to figure things out. and show you guys this giant ass, what is this, 32-inch tall Galactus. I'm gonna have to measure this again. All right, let's assemble this guy. All right, here it is. Ah!
A few moments later.
All right, so let's try that again. Reason why that fell is because there's no pegs on the underside of the board, but on the proper side there is a peg. But the thing is, in order for this board to fit into this effect piece here, this base, it only fits in there if you flip the board upside down, which means there's no peg for him to properly be stabilized on once you have him displayed inside the hands of Galactus there. So I just balanced him the best way I possibly could. Anyways, I'll get to that later. But here's the mighty Galactus. Good news. I found out the proper locations for the battery compartments. One is actually on his back, and the other one is actually not in the neck base, but it's hidden underneath this top layer on top of his helmet. That entire layer just lifts up, and there's a hidden battery compartment. So I'll get to that in a few minutes. I just want to show off the rest of this beautiful, gigantic figure first. Just look at him. Look at him. He's beautiful. So he does have like an upper ab articulation, except it's kind of hindered if you try to like turn him left or right, because these parts that are like overlapping the body, the main body of the figure, it's kind of like connecting. All these pieces of armor are kind of like connected, so those will like stretch a bit. Not really stretch, but you might put a bit of stress on those if you decided to move it around too much, which I'll go into more detail about that. The swappable faceplates, I find it easier to just maybe pop the head off first and then remove the current faceplate that you have in there. Now, I'm gonna have to move some stuff out the way by my legs. Okay. So you can do it this way by reaching your finger underneath the chin part of the head and just try to wiggle your finger in there and pop the faceplate out, but there's not enough wiggle room in there for your finger, so that's why I said it's easier to just maybe pop the head off first to swap the different faces out. And of course, there can be only doom. Alright, I'm gonna need both hands for this guy. Come here. Come here, my beautiful baby boy. Come closer, yes. Alright, so the head, obviously somewhat on a ball joint. Actually, maybe I should show you what that joint looks like. So that's what the head, or the joint for the head looks like, actually. And, you know, you can place the Dr. Doom head on that with ease. There you go. You have Dr. Doom's head on Galactus's body. Right there. Looks pretty cool, pretty cool. Alright, so let me pop that head back off. I mean, yeah, you can move it left and right. And you can move it back about that much and down about that much. Yeah. Alright, so let's put the proper... Well, actually, maybe I should show you the different swappable faceplates. So, actually, where was that part? It's hard to see in there, damn it. Well, anyways. Oh, actually, it's right in that groove. Right in that groove. Put your finger in there, and you can easily pop out the face, right? And swap it with maybe the angry looking face. There you go. Or, since it's October, Halloween's coming up, you might want to swap it with the skull face, which looks pretty metal. There we go. It's in there. So you can do this while the head is on the body, but it'll be very difficult because there's not enough wiggle room to get in there. But let's see. Yeah, you're gonna have to really force your finger in there, which is not a pleasant feeling, but it can be done. But yeah, it's a lot easier to remove the head first to swap the faceplates. So I'm going to keep that one in for a little while. Then I'll swap it back out for one of his other faces. There you go. Okay. So his regular head, it's kind of hindered, mainly because of the way the back of the head is sculpted. So you can't really tilt his head up that far. But same when you're trying to tilt his head downward, not a lot of range there, just a little bit. But it can turn left, right, just fine. And of course the arms, Jesus, the arms. Well, of course you have that out and in, and they're nice and tight and ratcheted. You can hear those nice tight joints in there. And of course, come on. There we go. Move it back like that. There we go. Get him in a cool pose. And can move it forward like that. Now, to get his hands or his arms like posed directly in front of him, it's not going to be the way you think because of this part, right? This big giant armor piece that's going around his upper torso. It kind of like spreads out his arms a little bit. So his arms, you know, if you want to pose his arms directly in front of him, they're going to be spread out a bit. Yeah, they're going to be spread out a bit because of this huge armor piece right here. All right. And of course, got some nice elbow joints, which I think, oh my God, this guy's heavy. I think they're double jointed elbows right there. If you guys could see that. Oh my gosh. Dude, this thing weighs heavier than a PS5, no joke. Anyways, got the button right there once I put the batteries in, and on the back, additional button on the helmet. So I'll get that situated once I get through the articulation. But he has this big giant skirt piece right here, and he has articulation in the upper ab area, but yeah, you're not going to get much range out of that because of this layered armor here that's kind of like covering that. And let's see here, you could turn him from that ab joint, but these pieces right here are connected over that joint, so you're going to be stressing those pieces if you do that a lot. Let's see here. Of course, the leg joints, they can spread out pretty good. They're nice and tight. Holy crap, they're nice and tight. And I'm running out of breath. And I'm not sure if you could get them to kick out. Okay, you can, but this thing is so incredibly heavy, and the joints are just so put together tightly that it's a difficult task to get them to kick out those legs. I mean, I could try, but what's going under there? What's going under that skirt? So there you go. So you guys get to see some of that action underneath there. Those joints. And does he have a thigh cut? So I could do some thigh swivel? Okay. And of course, big boots. Big boots. And of course the knee joint, which are two joints right there, double jointed. And I wonder how well he can balance on one leg. Probably not that well, right? No, he's gonna topple over. Yeah, he cannot. Unless I like lean him more over this way, nah, he's gonna fall over for sure. So would not recommend balancing this guy on one leg. But there you go. Oh, God. Jeez. Damn. Knee joints. All right. Down to the boots. Got that ankle pivot right there. And that's what the bottom of the boots look like. Right there. Oh my goodness, this guy. If you want to lift weights, do some curls with the Haslab Galactus, because this guy, he's seriously heavy. So if you are planning on displaying this guy, I would recommend displaying him on the floor, just on ground level. Do not stand this guy up on top of a shelf. Ugh. And I just somehow glossed over his hands, but get some rotation in the wrist, like so. Get some pivot action. And of course, all of the fingers and the thumbs are posable. They have like, let's see, like 1, 2, 3 movable joints for the fingers, and 1, 2, about 2 joints in the thumbs. But yeah, you can, you can do what pretty much 80 to 90% of other collectors will do, and that's make Galactus give the finger. So try to set him down here and move his arm up a bit, and there you go, Galactus giving the finger. Alright, so for the batteries, I'm not going to actually show myself putting in the batteries, but I will show you guys the 2 compartments where they go. So this is interesting. So you just want to pop off the head, right? And on the top of the head, or the helmet, you could actually remove that, and you have to unscrew that to get to one of the battery compartments on the top of Galactus's helmet there. All right, so the other battery compartment is actually located behind this hidden piece here, or it's not hidden actually, but behind this armor piece. This just pops right off, revealing a screw, and you just unscrew that and put in 2 AAA batteries. So it's 2 AAA batteries in the back part there, and I think another 2 for the top helmet. So I'm going to do that now, and let's watch this guy light up. Alright, are you guys ready? Here we go. Push that button, and oh wow. So what was the reason behind adding batteries to the head part again? Because there's a button on the back of the head. Hold on, let me push the button, see what that does. It makes it pulsate like that, and if you push the button on the chest, it also pulsates. So I don't know why there's 2 spots for the AAA batteries, but anyways, a bit confused about that. So this is the only thing I don't like about the light up feature. There is no off button. It just stays like that for a minute or 2. I didn't keep count. I want to say for at least a whole minute, or maybe 2 minutes, and then the lights shut off by themselves. I don't really like that because, I don't know, I just would prefer a off and on button. I think that would be nice, instead of continuing to drain the power of the batteries. But yeah, if I hold it, it's just going to do that. Same with the button on the chest. Hold it in. Interesting. Alright, cool. So there you go. Galactus with his light up eyes, and the side of his helmet there, the chest, and these bits right here all over his helmet, which looks pretty cool. So what do the lights look like? Ugh, if I pop the head off? Still glowing, of course, because there's batteries in there. What would the lights look on if I pop on Dr. Doom's head? Ugh. So Dr. Doom's head is in there, and nothing on him seems to be lighting up. Not the eyes, not the mouth. Interesting. And considering there's no battery compartments in the Dr. Doom head to, I guess, make him light up or anything, but I would assume something would light up on him, like maybe in the mouth area. That would have been nice. But no. Just the chest piece. Ugh. Big hefty heads here. There we go. Put it back on its proper head with his angry face.
Behold, the might of Galactus. I hunger.
Awesome. All right, so now let's take a look at the 3 action figures that he comes with. His 3 Heralds, Frankie Ray, Silver Surfer, and Morg. Once again, I'm not going to go into a full detail review of them. I'm just going to show them off real quick. I might review them on a separate channel. So if you want to see a full separate review of those action figures, check out, look up Toys of Primus. That's my secondary channel that I made specifically for action figures. Actually, real quick, I just want to see how big is Galactus compared to my gigantic Godzilla figure here, which is my biggest Godzilla figure in my toy collection right now. And jeez, yeah, Galactus just dwarfs my giant Godzilla. He's a big boy. Alright, so here we have the 3 additional action figures that come with this Haslab Galactus. You have Frankie Ray, Morg, and Silver Surfer. Once again, this is not a full in-detail review, so I'm just going to show them off briefly right here. Show off what the figures look like. Show off how beautiful they look. And you can definitely see the joints for the articulation, so I'm not going to go into all of that. Double joints, pinless for the elbows. Yep. And she comes with this awesome display stand where there's grooves in there. It's kind of a bit difficult to see, but there's grooves in there for her feet to sit into. So you rest this piece in the palm of Galactus's hands and just have her displayed in the flames with like a cool pose or something. Alright, obviously some joints are still stiff on this right out of the box, so obviously with most action figures these days you're going to have to warm up those joints so you can get them moving, because it's not a good idea to force those joints while they're stiff like that. Might end up accidentally snapping something off. So here is Morg, probably my favorite one in this group besides the Silver Surfer. I mean, I don't know, there's been many Marvel Legends Silver Surfers over time. And this is the first time we've gotten Morg, who looks incredibly awesome with his battle axe. Oh, by the way, Frankie Ray has additional hands, and so does Silver Surfer, but not Morg. He does not have additional hands. As a matter of fact, I kept them inside the plastic, which I will have to carefully show without knocking over everything here. So, yeah, there's the Silver Surfer hands, and there's the extra set of hands for Frankie Ray. Oop, going out of focus. There you go. Alright. Alright, let's get back to these Heralds. And here, of course, is Silver Surfer with his added cosmic blast effect piece they could put over any one of his fists there. Of course, nicely articulated. There we go. So, yeah, the whole thing here about his board, which, here, I'll show that off. So, yeah, see, the only way to get this board inside of this display stand, so you can have it displayed like that in like the palm of Galactus's hand, like he's like, you know, look like he's holding it like this or something. You have to turn the board upside down, because that was the only way I can get this board easily inside that piece there. And it seemed like it makes sense because, here, if I can get my camera to, yeah. Can you see that little groove there? It seemed like that's made for the peg on the right side of the board. Or, you know, the proper side of the board is what I'm trying to say here. Because this has one peg. I wish it would have had 2 pegs. It would have made sense to make them balance a lot better. But yeah, just 1 peg. Put that on there. And there you go. You have Silver Surfer on the board. Whoops. Like I said, there should have been 2 pegs, not 1. But yeah, there you go. And just get them in some cool poses. So, yeah, I've been struggling to put this inside this, and I figured, oh, wait a minute. You have to turn this upside down and just put Surfer on top of the board that way, which makes no sense. Because he's not going to balance. He's definitely going to topple over, as you've seen earlier in the video. He fell off the damn board. Now, however, you don't have to include this piece inside the Palms of Galactus. You could probably leave that out and just put the board in the palm of his hands like this, you know, the proper way. And I just knocked over Morg. Sorry, Morg. Don't kill me, bro. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so put the board in his hand without that blast effect piece, or the display stand, I meant to say. And just have him have Galactus hold the board that way, you know? Matter of fact, I could try that right now. Alright, so this is what I was talking about. You could just have him holding the Silver Surfer board like that. Without the use of this, I mean, it adds a nice effect to it, but yeah, you're gonna have to turn the board upside down to get it into this a lot easier, because I could not get it in there the way I thought it would go in there. But yeah, he holds the board just fine, actually. I still had a bit of a struggle trying to get him to balance, because yeah, just one peg, nah, it's not gonna cut it. He needs at least two pegs on that board. But you can still make it look pretty damn awesome. I mean, check that out, with the lights on Galactus like that. Hell yeah. Alright guys, so I think I'm going to stop the video right here. Let's see, final words that I have to say for this giant Galactus figure. Best $400 I have ever spent on a giant toy. That's all I got to say. This was a project that started last year of 2021. And I think, yeah, people had to put down at least $400 for it, and it went into production because they reached their goal, and they finally shipped it out this year to the people who backed it, and I got mine, of course, because having a Galactus of this size is something I would have always wanted as a child, and now that I actually have something this big and so awesome, yeah, it's going to be the holy grail of my Marvel Legends collection, next to my Stan Lee action figure, of course. But a lot of people were split about the price, but I mean, you get cool light effects, swappable heads, extra faceplates to swap out, and you get 3 additional action figures. Of course, the most famous Herald of Galactus, Silver Surfer, and Morg and Frankie Ray, all for $400. So, I mean, if you missed out on this, ooh, it's going to be rough. It's going to be rough, especially if you start hunting this thing down on like eBay. Third-party sellers might be selling this thing for at least $900 to $1,000. The only way I could see other people selling this for under $400 is if they don't include everything else and just sell the Galactus, just the Galactus, and not the extra figures or the heads and the faceplates. Somebody might end up selling it for $350, but I don't know who would want to sell their Galactus off. Of course, obviously, there's resellers who might have bought up like 10 of these goddamn things, because that's what always happens when these things come out, but hey, whatever, man. It's your money, you do you. But I would have to say, for me, it was worth it. I love it. It's definitely a prized possession of mine as of now. And I have no idea where the hell I'm going to put him.
I am the ultimate Galactus now. Fear me, for I hunger. I now claim this bedroom in the name of the mighty Galactus. Hey, who turned out the lights, damn it? I can't see. Hello?